Your 6-year-old has been living as a boy, and yesterday, watching the show, you felt compelled to get in touch with us because you had a very strong opinion about what they said on yesterday's show.
I just felt deeply... Actually, I wasn't angry, I just felt incredibly sad. First of all, for their children, but second of all, I just thought, my goodness, what kind of world is my son going to grow up in with... I couldn't believe in this day and age that we still have this level of ignorance and, you know, lack of acceptance.
Well, they seem to very strongly believe that this ideology of transgender was being somehow pushed onto the children by either the school or their peers, or this acceptance in society.
There was something they said that's what they said that upset me, because first of all, as a parent who's living this situation and has been living in this situation since Dexter was 2.5, he's almost 7, I don't know a human being alive that would push their child or anybody's child down this horrific, life-changing road. I fully accept and understand that gender at this age is very fluid, and he could turn around in next year or 3 years' time and say, well, actually, I am a girl, and that's fine by us. But to suggest that we would push our child and force our child down this road, that's what hurt me, because...
So Dexter was born Talia.
Dexter was born Talia, yeah.
And so at what point did Dexter make it quite clear that that was not necessarily what he thought was right?
I'd say when I look back on it, from 2.5, he was not happy at all about the choices of clothes I was making, and very much wanted to be in, you know, the superhero type clothes, which I just thought, again, oh, it's a phase. You know, boys' clothes, if you like, are more comfortable and more practical, and he's not a girly girl, so who's he hurting? We'll go with it. And a good friend of mine in the States had actually said to me when he was around 3, do you think he's transgender? And I said, oh, don't be silly, it's just a phase, he's just a kid. They all go through it. And then sort of about half a year later, I thought, yeah, no, this is... I was a tomboy.
Well, he came to you in the garden, didn't he?
He came running in from the garden at about 3.5, 4, maybe just over 4, and he said, Mummy, I've got it. And I said, got what, darling? And he said, I'm Dexter. Oh. And I said, OK. He said, I'm Dexter, that's me, that's who I am. And I said, awesome, that's a lovely name, I love that name. Oh, so would you like us to... Yes, I want everybody to call me Dexter, and I am a boy.
And he was happy.
He was so happy, and it was a difference, almost like a weight had been lifted, because for the 1.5 years previously, he'd known, everyone had called him Dave as a nickname because he was big into Minions. And we all called him Dave, and it was a bit of a fun thing because he was a boy and we just called him Dave, and that's what he loved. And then I said to him, I tell you when it was, around the time we were filling the forms in to go to school, and you know how they ask you, what does your child prefer to be known as?
Okay.
And I said, do you want to be known as Dave at school? You know, because that's what everybody calls you. And he said, no, I'm going to be Tally at school because that doesn't sound like a girl or a boy. Okay. So he dropped the A, and then a month into school had all of his hair cut, and which I fully supported. I took him, we had his hair cut. It's just hair, it will grow back. And then 6 months in, that's when he came and said...
And wanted to be Dexter. So going to school, because yesterday's conversation was how it affected other pupils, how was Dexter accepted into school? Was it a discussion you had with other parents, teachers, pupils?
We had a meeting with the headmaster, the Senko and the inclusion officer and his reception team. The school have been amazing, amazingly supportive, and the headmaster said something which just ticked the box for me. The first opening sentence was, the most important thing is that we protect Dexter's mental health. And he's dead right, he's happy. All the kids were fine, the parents have been really supportive. Apart from the odd comment, we have had so much support and love. It's been amazing.
Let's bring Dexter in. Dexter's been sitting very patiently.
He has been.
Next door.
Super smart. So Dexter's 6.
Dexter's 6, nearly 7.
Nearly 7. I was going to say, yeah, because he's...
Very important when you need...
Hi,
I
Dexter.
know, exactly. Almost 7. Hi, Dex.
Hi, Dex.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, mate.
How you doing?
Come in, have a
Come and
seat.
take a seat. Come here. Come squeeze between us. Here you go. So, well, it's very nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Is it nice to be here?
Yeah.
Have we looked after you today?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I'm glad.
And how's school? School good at the moment?
Yeah.
Working hard?
Yeah.
Going to get a job soon? Not yet. A few more years.
What do you
to
think
go.
you'll do? What have you thought about that? What do you love? What are the things that you really like?
You help Mummy at work a lot, don't you?
And do you?
Do you?
Yeah, yeah. I
good.
run a childcare business from home. I'm a childminder.
Right.
So, and I have a separate nursery in the garden. So he's
okay.
incredibly kind and caring with the babies, aren't you?
Oh,
nice.
good for you.
Well, Dexter, it's lovely to meet you.
It really is.
Thank
So
you very
nice
much
to
for
meet
coming
you.
to see us
and
today.
Thank you very much.